I need like a bigger space. Whatever. We're gonna set that right there. Ooh, yay. We got full moon eclipse. Awesome. Yeah, I really need like a bigger space here. And then we have the waxing moon as well. Nice, nice, nice. So, I think we are going to get like a triumph. I just don't know if it's going to be a comeback. This is more just sort of his current situation. This is just like a wellness check. That's how I'm looking at this. This is a wellness check on Lucas. Is he doing all right? And I think overall he actually is. I think this whole thing has probably been a big clear out. Having to work through fears, having to find ways of like regaining a sense of joy and like a sense of things being able to work out in the long run, and possibly some sort of like recommitment, the chrysanthemum, because we have this sort of, these kind of came out in a row, and I think it is sort of that progression of having dealt with the uncertainty and having to gain this sort of confidence and like clear out negative energies and fears and things in order to regain that determination to stay like positive, to stay loving in the sense of going out into the world and still feeling like, you know, like he's not going to get screwed over again or at every turn. And then we have this kind of this interesting piece. I think this is sort of like, this feels sort of like, it's not quite like the real big picture, but kind of like what he's headed towards. There's this hunger for consciousness. Consciousness is that connection to things beyond us. To things like, well, it can be spirit, but it can also just be humanity in the greater sense. And that being connected to creativity. And I like that we have the victory card for under that, because that's that your own power, like your own ability to meet challenges and succeed. And that's why it feels really positive. Because we also have the situation still sort of building. We're gonna take a look at the cards real quick just to make sure I haven't really missed anything with the Green Witch, and then we're gonna look at the moons again because I haven't used them for quite a while. And then we'll just kind of wrap up. But it's actually feeling pretty positive. I don't know if we're gonna get necessarily a comeback. Like I said in another stream, I had looked at it once. You know, would we get to see Lucas again? And the spirits gave me the Nine of Cups, which is a really positive card. So it felt like probably. I just don't know if we're going to get him back with WayV or if we're going to get him back in some other way. Especially with this chrysanthemum. That's kind of interesting because the chrysanthemum is very much a commitment card. It's like a long-term commitment and needing to be clear on yourself before you make that long-term commitment. So let's look here. Here's a chrysanthemum. Pink rose. Pink rose, I forget a lot. So, oh yeah, it's that reason to be thankful, and help is on its way to balance energies. And that makes sense with like this confidence and cleansing. Pink roses will show you that ways to happiness are opening for you, and there will be a reason to be joyful. Something of value is in focus at present. Be careful you do not interfere where you are not welcome, and be wary of legal deception. Yeah. that feels accurate. Poor Lucas. Oh my god. Oh. Anyway, let's look at the others real quick here. We got a lot of air energy. I've been paying more attention to that. We have the flowers are all air energy, which is very mental. It's mental and quick and slightly unbalanced in a way because it's not grounded at all. And it lacks sort of emotion in that sense of like water or cups or whatever, you know? That's just kind of interesting. It's a very like mental space. Yeah. Okay. So kind of sorting through the cards here. Yeah. This is very much like a spiritual kind of card too. This refinement card because it's about messages coming in and improving your situation. Sorry, I got too many cards on the deck or on the table. But keys and deeper meanings to mysteries. So it's like he is going through this progression where he's starting to understand and develop like this hunger for I lost my train of thought. But just receiving those communications about maybe what he's gonna do long term because these came out together. So then if we tie that with the chrysanthemum, let's see, where'd the chrysanthemum go? Trust, completion, sense of belonging, and peace has been reached. Deeper intimacy in relationships is highlighted, and you may want to explore this area of your life as a long term commitment needs attention. Cycle of learning coming to an end. And then Marjoram is all about finding ways to be happy. It's like new projects and plans and things and everything opening up, feeling that sense of like optimism and like things are going to be okay. It's kind of like the marigold in that way, which is sort of our big picture energy over here. So we have disruption, we have the marigold feeling very positive about being able to meet challenges and that there's like a silver lining to things. And then the full moon in Aquarius is about detaching, not caring so much about the details and just staying yourself in your own energy, which ties in really well with both those cards, the disruption and the marigold. Yeah, the situation's still developing. It's like we're getting close to some sort of conclusion, I think, or he is, anyways. The full moon eclipse. The conclusion card doesn't necessarily go positive or negative, though. Um, but yeah, let's take a look at the moons. Yeah, I haven't had these out in a while, so let's. Jeez, it's in the back. I will complain about this book every time. I don't like how it's divided. Okay, so yeah, conclusions within reach, full moon eclipse. It's if you've pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking about is about to reach a peak or has just done so, and things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. Yeah, gaining that sort of that confidence with the mystery of things, learning how to listen to messages that are coming in and have that sense of victory of being able to meet challenges, but without like fighting. Yeah. Yeah. Doors closing, that kind of thing. But conclusions, either way, I think he's headed for some sort of conclusion. See, we have the new moons, Scorpio and Sagittarius. Oh yeah, awesome. Okay. Okay. I was hoping we were gonna have something maybe a little bit more cheerful. But yeah, new moon in Sagittarius is this restart of fun after a period of feeling down. Energy is adventurous, willing to take risks, about exploring life metaphorically, exchanging big ideas with others, and maybe time to change the mind about something important. Again, we had that chrysanthemum, that sort of long term commitment. And then the new moon in Scorpio is also about rebirths. It's about the idea of, it's kind of like the tower. It's about the idea of like something being burned down to the ashes in order to be reborn. So not purposely destroyed in any way, but just like, yeah, just that rebirth. So again, it's not like necessarily a comeback like with WayV. It might be that he ends his contract and does something else. But whatever it is, it's a rebirth for him and just working through any of those fears. I think it's that cleansing card again. Um, Learning how to mm, find joy in things and find a new path forward. And then the waxing moon is also a pretty positive. This card is a very positive omen, indicating you can create the reality you're dreaming of, though it will take some work and you're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up, emotions are building too. Where do you want to go and do you believe you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goal. Whichever you decide, you are most certainly on the right track. So, either way, it's this is his current situation. So it's that cleansing out, and we have four moons that are very much about rebirths, about things closing, being reborn, and building back up again, which is really, really great. I'm going to avoid the temptation to ask if he's actually coming back with WayV. Because it's just a wellness check. We're just checking in. We don't need solid answers. And sometimes I feel like pushing for a really solid answer is just frustrating. So, but either way, I think we can take comfort that Lucas is in actually probably a really great place. Even if he doesn't necessarily feel it day to day, I think he's getting there. And there's going to be some sort of conclusion and rebirth and rebuilding soon. Like he's in this space where this is going to start happening. So, really, really hopeful that whatever his dream is, whatever it's become, that he gets it. So, hopefully, we get to see a very happy Lucas soon. It feels like it. If this is where he is, don't they have to re sign their contract soon? Isn't that in like February? Here, and we can open up the queue too. Okay, guys, queue is open because we're going to be wrapping this up in just a second. But yeah, my K pop people, do you guys know when WayV resigns? It's in 2023. Oh, maybe not all the members though. 10 resigns. Does Lucas? I think Lucas and Winwin do as well. Because that actually goes by debut date, not group debut. I can't remember when his contract is up. Anyway, sorry. I'm like now kind of stuck on that thought. Let's get some hearts in the chat though for Lucas because this feels really, really positive. And we're not going to go any deeper to try to dig for an actual comeback or anything, but this just feels really great. Like he's gone through a really tough period, but it feels like it's almost over for him. So maybe get a little bit of cheer for him. And thank you, Velvet. Get a little cheer for Lucas. So that's a tough thing. And anyone who follows K-pop knows that. Like that's tough. So, but we can take a little comfort in knowing he's probably going to be okay ultimately. So, I really like this. I really like that the victory card with the hunger, consciousness, and creativity. And that's kind of got that manifesting, that creativity card. So again, that idea of rebirth and creating that life you want that we saw in the moons. Yeah. Very good for Lucas.